Hey girl, being everything to everybody is just going to leave you with nothing. You're not a machine, you're not a superhero, and the world is not going to fall apart just because you said no. So go ahead and grab your glass, get you a snack. We got to talk about it.
Been that, still that, will always be mwah, that girl.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Mikkel back with another episode. I know, it's been 3 weeks. Well, 2.5, because I'm going to drop this mid-week, and then I'm going to drop one on Sunday as well, just to catch us back up and give y'all what y'all need, okay? Because I missed y'all, and I know y'all miss me, period. And if you don't, miss me. Duh. Anyway, these past 3 weeks have not actually been bad. I've been out of town. My room looked different, because I've been changing things around. I've been cleaning up, moving stuff, throwing stuff away. So, it's just been busy with life. I done had events, honey. Y'all done been doing it all, okay? So yeah, I just been busy. So now that I'm back, okay, we went strong 9 weeks. I'm gonna come back and handle our business. Today's topic, is called "You're Not a Superwoman. Save Yourself First." Y'all, it speak near and dear to my heart because to know me is to know that I've tried and have done over everything. Over and beyond, for every single thing that I've ever done, for people that I love and deal with. It's something I've been working on, and so I think I'm at a good place in my life where we can talk about it and kind of tell you some of the tips that's helped me out with not being Superwoman of the Year, as well as some tips that I know from just people that I've interacted with. So let's go ahead and get into this episode. So my first section is the Superwoman Complex. So the Superwoman Complex comes from this idea or this cultural idea that women tend to take over everything, do everything for everybody, and leave themselves stranded, okay? Like we're superheroes for some reason. And being a black woman, there's that strong black woman trope, which in recent years people have been trying to get rid of, but it's not all the way out there, right? But it's this idea that you have to do everything for everybody in hopes of being accepted, in hopes of I don't know really, actually. And being on the other side of trying to work through that, it's something that's missing. So for my case, I wasn't necessarily a people pleaser, but I wanted to provide the world with love that I had not received or that I was looking for. And in that came me overextending myself, being exhausted, being tired, just really being drained by the space, right? And when you do that, it leaves you empty. It leaves you so empty. When I was writing about this topic, I write my notes. If you don't know, I write notes. So that's what's sitting in front of me. But when I was thinking about this topic, I was specifically thinking about this one example. I had just moved from Mississippi to Atlanta, so back to Atlanta. I went to college here. That I went and did Teach for America for 2 years. But I was coming back, and I was in my specialist program. And, y'all, I got to that school, and I wanted to do everything under the sun. I wanted to do homecoming. I wanted to help with prom. I wanted to help with this, that, and the third. It was outrageous. I was trying to do, study hall for athletes. I was trying to do everything, okay? Summer school, everything. And in that, right, me trying to take care of everybody, saying yes to everything that was getting handed my way. I remember specifically at the end of the semester, I was sitting in my classroom at the time, and I had pulled up my grades for school, and I literally was on academic probation. And my homeboy had walked in, shout out to him, and I was crying. Be mindful. To know me is to know I don't be doing all that crying. It's just not me. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not what I do. And I was in there crying. He was like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, I have literally done everything for everybody. And I done messed up. And I flunked out. Not flunked out, but I was failing my classes. I wasn't caught up. And he was like, dang. It really set in that moment. I overextended myself. And I didn't give myself any time to handle what I needed to handle or focus on my aspirations. And in turn, I put myself in a fuck situation, and all those people were satisfied with what I did, and not one of them even asked how school was going. You know what I mean? None of every single person knew I was in school. None of them asked. None of them even cared enough to ask. And so it brings back, who's at fault here, right? Is it their fault for not even caring enough to ask where do I lie in their life to even ask me, to not even care enough to ask, am I good? Slash, is it my fault for knowing that I wasn't good and then say nothing? It was my fault. I should have set the boundary. So just thinking about your own life and where you have overextended yourself and where you have fallen short for yourself because you were too busy showing up to other people. And that is what the whole Superwoman Complex is about. So now that we've talked about what it is, right? Because we have to understand what it is we're talking about before we move on. Now I'm going to give you some tips on how to handle it, right? I think, and I was talking to one of my homegirls now, and we were just talking about, she was like, I know it's wrong, I just don't know how to fix it. And I'm like, that is so true. Like, we can identify the problem real easy. People think negatively. But we haven't identified how to handle it. So I'm going to give y'all some useful tips on how to drop in, okay? So the first thing I did to kind of address the Superwoman complex is simple. Check in on who checking on you, okay? Especially now in this current part of my life, I realized like there were so many people who I was making sure was straight. Not even so many, but like it was a couple of people in my life who I was pouring everything into. I know they ain't got no love. I know they didn't have this, so I'm just trying to buy them gifts. I'm supporting them. I'm trying to do the most. Like damn near it felt like love bombing at that point. Like I wasn't doing it with an ill intent, but I just wanted to pour so much into them. I wouldn't get shit back. I would give them nothing back. And so now in this current part of my life, I have been focusing on giving love, checking in, shouting out, being special to the people who show up for me the most and who have always and consistently showed up for me or checked in on me or just to see if I'm alive, just to see how I'm doing, even if it's not to provide a help or service. I crossed their mind and they cared enough to say something. And I have been like working on my people skills. I know it's shocking. It's shocking. I talk so much. I'm a certified yapper, but I hate people. Not even hate them. I just didn't connect with people well. And so in turns for trying to connect with people well, I've been like doing things like, oh, thinking about you if someone crosses my mind, or hey, I wonder how you're doing if someone crosses my mind, because in the sense, that's what I'm looking for. And that's how you build connection. And so in this mix, check in on who's checking on you. You should prioritize all the people that's checking on you. And I'm not saying that there's going to come times in life where you're not checking in on somebody more than they're checking on you. But if they never check, if they never see how you doing, if y'all have a conversation catching up and you realize ain't nobody said nothing about, well, what you got going on? The conversation just about them? You might want to reevaluate what that relationship looks like and what that relationship means to you and how much energy you're giving to yourself. That's the very first bare minimum standard right there. Check in on who checking on you. Those who check on you, who make sure you good, who always show up, put them at the top of the list. That's who you show up for. That's who you make exceptions for. That's who you, even though you're tired, may still go anyway, right? Compared to people who don't never do none of that. Don't go out your way at all. Like, if you don't feel like going, then actually don't go. Because fuck them, you know? And it's the guilt versus grace balance. So you have to redefine what help looks like. And what I'm going to tear this word up. Just pray for me, all right? Reciprocity, boom, looks like, right? And so what that means is just because they gave you $1 don't mean you give them 100. You see what I mean? Just because they really need help setting this up, or they have a trip coming up, it doesn't mean that you need to go plan the trip, budget, and pay for it. It may mean just picking a brain to have them create it themselves. Sometimes we over help. We over assist, even though no one's even asked us to do it. And then at the end, we're feeling bitter. We're angry at the end because you didn't overplayed your part and you didn't get shit from it. Nobody asked you to plan a birthday. You done planned the whole birthday, and now you upset because when it's your birthday, that bitch don't give a fuck. Oh, you did it to your damn self. You did it to your damn self. Listen, as somebody who has been exactly in that predicament, I promise you, you do not feel good at the end. You like, damn, ain't nobody asked me. Ain't nobody. And as a avid birthday planner, birthday doer, I love planning people's birthday. I love hosting people's birthdays. I love doing all that. When it come around to my birthday, 9 times out of 10, I'm doing it myself. Or my wife is doing it. You know what I mean? So it's just like being aware of that and not overplaying your part. Now, there are some people in this world birthday wise, I'm gonna go 10 every time just because they show up for me in other ways. But some of y'all just invite me, and if you ain't got shit to invite me to, I might text you, depending on if you texted me. Okay, just lock in on that. Okay, lock in on that, y'all. So first step, check in on who's checking on you. Reevaluate how you're helping, how you're putting yourself out there, how you're supporting people, depending on how they support you. And I'm not saying the relationship should always be back and forth or that it's always going to be 50-50, but it got to be something. It can't be 0-100. Okay. All right, so boundaries are a love language. I think the second step in making sure that you are not overcompensating. Damn, I sound country. Overcompensating your relationships or your friendships is to make sure that you have boundaries. And boundaries are not about how other people handle you or how other people are doing things. It's about how you respond to them. And I think a lot of people forget that's what boundaries are. It's more like, if you do this, I'm going to do this, right? So if I tell you no and you keep trying to convince me, I'm going to hang up the phone. That's the boundary. The boundary is as soon as they start, let me hang up. That's the boundary. Boundaries are not trying to tell people what they need to do. It's about what you want to do in response to your boundaries being crossed. So, boundaries are not making you mean. You're not a bully because you have a boundary. It's wisdom. It's prioritizing yourself and prioritizing what you want to do. Okay? The next thing is creating a sacred space for your healing. So, I think you have to make sure or schedule time for yourself. Biggest issue with being a superwoman is you're overlooking your own needs, and you can't overlook your own needs. If you overlook your own needs, you'll be like me. I was failing the class. I'm failing because I haven't set aside, like on Wednesdays, I ain't doing nothing else but my work. On Tuesdays, all I'm doing is relaxing. I make sure I'm not stressed out. I'm going to spend time with myself, watch a movie, etc., etc. I'm going to take my kids out to eat, whatever the case may be. Making sure you set that time specifically for something that you want to do weekly, daily even. Daily is better, but again, like me, it may not be realistic. So weekly, just making sure you set some time aside to do the things that you want to do, to chase your dreams, to set aspirations, whatever the case may be. Doing that, making sure it's set in a sacred space so you don't, anything that you have planned or anything somebody asks you, they can't impede on it. They can't violate it. It's not a change, okay? And then last but not least, I wanted to give you some specifics on how to say no without guilt. So a lot of people hate saying no. I don't know. Maybe it's a negative connotation coming from growing up. Maybe, I don't know, y'all, because I love saying no. I say no first, okay? Y'all, I love to say no. But how to say no without guilt. So the first one is, and I wrote these down, okay? I'm at capacity right now, but I hope it goes well. It's great because it's clear. It's respectful, and it reminds people that you have limits. Sometimes, and I found in my case, sometimes people just think I can do everything because I did it before. So a lot of people don't understand the work that you put in because they've never been in your position to have to do it. So it's not that they're bad people. Sometimes they didn't even know that it was that hard because they ain't never had to do it because you always did it. So, hey, I'm at capacity right now, but I hope it go well. Okay? Wishing everybody good. Next is, I can't commit to that, but I appreciate you for thinking of me. Can't do it, can't commit to it, but I appreciate you for thinking of me. Simple. It shows gratitude without having to do something, without agreeing to whatever it is they ask you to do. It's simple, straight to the point. Sometimes when we say no, we always feel like, dang, this is an opportunity. They're going to pass me up. They're going to do it. No, sometimes you just can't commit to it. But thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate you. Maybe next time. Okay, cool. And then the last one, for those of y'all who really, really struggle, okay? Sometimes if somebody get you on their phone, or they get you face to face, they hem you up in a situation, you stuck, you scared. Okay? That one says, let me think it over, and I'll get back to you later. And then you can text no. It's a cop-out. It is. But at the end of the day, it gives you time to assess the situation without pressure, right? Because sometimes we get peer pressured into doing shit we didn't want to do. Whereas if you walk away, if you go home, if you spend a day thinking of it, you could send a text message. Actually, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can commit to it, but thank you for thinking of me. Boom, you done put two together. Okay? And now you don't have the pressure of maybe facing them because everybody's not in a place where they can face they can face saying no to someone's face. Okay? So boundaries are a love language. That's the third step. And last but not least, the last section is no more martyr missions. You have to save yourself first, okay? So I had this thing, I tell everybody, it was like a joke, but like it actually is real life. I attract broken people. I attract people who need some help, or maybe I see somebody that needs something and I just want to go save them. I want to help them. I want to pour all my love into them. I want to do the most. I just did this one last time. You ain't got to worry about me no more. I ain't doing that shit no more. And it's because, one, we're grown. You shouldn't have no children as friends, okay? Please. We're grown. What that means is it's kind of our own responsibility. Just like you come tune in to kind of get something from me, I'm tuning in or going to therapy or we working out or we trying to do our best selves. It's everybody's own responsibility to become their best selves. We cannot help somebody to be a better... Lily, would you like to say hello? If you see the back of my hair, no, you didn't. It's anti-black. Okay, he don't want to say hey, but he want to irritate me. How does that make sense? Anyway, sorry. Hope you didn't see my hair. It look a little raggedy right now, but it's okay. Either way, not important. No more martyr sessions, no more martyr missions. People are fully capable of doing the right thing, of being themselves, of doing whatever it is, making the decisions that they make. Even if you don't agree with them, it's not your job to change it or assist them to make them all of a sudden think better, okay? So how do we do this as well? Prioritize yourself in a daily routine. As I said, daily is ideal. Weekly is a great start. Couple things you could do. Get rest. Rest. Do not stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning every night listening to your friend complain. Girl, go to sleep. Okay? Mental health days, mental health check-ins. So sometimes you need to check in with yourself. You may need to even talk to somebody else, talk to a friend, walking around. I know me and one of my homegirls, we walk around the park and we just chat it up. Just do some check-ins, right? To make sure that you're okay. Making sure that maybe somebody who you care about, who you trust, who have showed you that they're a good person, can support you in that and help you kind of work through some things. Okay? And you're allowed to be cared for, not just a caregiver. You should not only be a caregiver, y'all. If all you do is take care of everybody else and there is nobody taking care of you, you need to reevaluate who you have in your life. It's just that simple. You need to reevaluate who you dealing with, who you talking to, why is nobody checking on you. Luca is being really bad right now, y'all. He's probably going to get put out. Lou. Being really bad right now. So, again, making sure that you have someone who cares for you, who loves on you, who's supporting you, who wants you to do well, and then expressing that, not just saying it, not just being bashful, not just, doing the things, y'all. Doing the things. So our weekly challenge is to identify one area where you are overextending yourself. As you can see, Lily won. He's here. Identify one area in your life that you're overextending yourself, that you're just doing a little too much. Okay, you hate doing it. It turns you off. Every time you think about it, it just irritates the fuck out of you. That's the thing. Okay, the next one is create a boundary or schedule a pause. So maybe if you're in a predicament where you can schedule a boundary, I would say create a boundary. If you're in a place where it's like, they get to complaining about that nigga again, I can hang up the phone. You know what I mean? Something like that, then create a boundary. If it's something maybe work-related that you can't really change, or maybe it's with your kids, okay? Some shit you can't change, but they might be aggravating. Then schedule a time to pause, take a break. Just give yourself moments to reevaluate. And then I have a journal prompt for you. If you hear whipping of the tail, his butt is hitting the microphone on purpose, it seems like. Don't flash the people. Thank you. All right, and so then the journal prompt is, where in my life am I betraying my own needs for the sake of others? Write it out. And then that gives you a starting point of what you need to fix, what you need to adjust, what you need to do. And it could be something as simple as how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you look, because you're too busy looking for acceptance of others, or you're too busy trying to make other people comfortable. Those are the moments we're talking about, okay? Remember, the world can wait. You're a priority. You cannot wait at all. And if you don't take anything else from this, take the fact that you are so important that you can't lose your life to stress, high blood pressure. That really kills people. Like, it was a lady on TikTok. She was talking about how she had like a heart murmur or something out of nowhere. She had a heart issue. And so she had to wear like a heart patch. And so that, please no butthole. So that kind of clicked for her. I don't want you to get to the point where you have a medical emergency that makes you, get your life in order. Say no to things, okay? So just keeping that in mind. And if this is something that you enjoy, you love our FaceTimes and apparently Luca's FaceTime, get down, please. If you enjoy me and Luca's FaceTime with you, say hey, Lily. Then please like, subscribe, and share this with somebody you know. And I'll see you next week.
Been that, still that, will always be that girl.